Today we have a full body sculpt with one of our favorite celebrity trainers, Astrid Swan. This episode of Class FitSugar is presented by Tory Sport, a performance activewear line by Tory Burch.
This workout is all about creating long and lean muscles. And you don't need any equipment, but you can add resistance with a pair of light free weights if you want that extra challenge.
Love it.
So let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, guys, are you ready to get long and lean?
Let's do it.
Okay, so for modification, take a look at Anna, and for all out, you got Rachel, and you have a little bit of me. So let's get started here. I'm gonna have you take your feet a little bit wider than hip width, and I want you to make the strongest fist you possibly can, right? So put all the tension into your fist, tuck your tailbone, and then from here, you're gonna think like you have a pencil at the end of your chin, and you're gonna do slow, super slow, exaggerated circles. So how good does that feel?
Oh, good
Just
stretch.
one in, right? So before I like to do anything, it's just kind of setting the tone and getting your mind and body to connect. Let's go 2 more this way, and then we're gonna go the other way. So making a fist makes all the difference in the world, right?
It really
so
pulls
we're trying to
those shoulders down.
and radiate through the floor. And let's go the other way. One side usually feels a little more open than the other. Yep, all the sounds, right? 2 more times. Oh, yep.
I don't think people know how many muscles are actually in the neck.
I feel like I know. Whenever I'm in traffic, I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's
right?
the tension.
Good, 1 more, and then let's take a deep breath. Inhale, and let it all go. 2 more. Inhale up, and let it go. 1 more. Big inhale. And let it go. Let's step to the back of the mat here, and we're gonna caterpillar walk out. You wanna think keeping your legs as straight as possible. However, if you're really tight, by all means, you can bend down a little bit, but we wanna slowly walk the hands out. Do your best to keep your heels as flat as possible until the very end, right there into a plank. I like to shift forward over my toes, really tuck and squeeze the glutes. And then you're gonna tiptoe your feet forward as high as you can, so you're in a pike. Great, feel that stretch right there in the hamstrings and the back. And then you're gonna walk your toes back to plank, squeeze again, slowly walk your hands back to your feet, take a breath, round yourself up, and we're gonna keep doing it. So every single time should feel a little bit better, a little more open. Maybe the heels stayed down a second longer than it did. Back to your plank. And then tiptoe the toes up. Start to warm up the shoulders. Good. And then walk the feet back to your plank. Squeeze. Lift the hips. Press through the palms. Flatten the feet. And again, slowly round up. Let's do it 2 more times. Big breath. Starting to feel the heat created into the body, right? Squeeze, engage your belly button, tiptoe all the way up. Maybe you can get a little further this time. Nice, Rachel.
The shoulders start to burn.
What, in a good way, obviously,
yeah.
Anna, yeah? And then walk your hands back. Round up 1 more time. Maybe even roll your shoulders since they are getting a little tight, yeah? And last time,
so
walk
good.
out. Abs are working too.
I know, I felt that. I'm like, woo.
Always a good thing, yeah, especially when we get into this pike. All the way up. And then you're gonna come back to the plank here. Hold it for a moment. Squeeze, shift forward. Yep, you can take the modification dropping to the knees. And go ahead, release down. So I'm gonna have you bring your one leg forward and your other leg back. So we're gonna try to get a 90-90. Most of us are really tight in the hips, right? We sit a lot, we drive a lot. So from here, I want you to think about engaging, leaning forward, and then you can use your hands if you need. So Anna's gonna use her hands. I and Rachel, we're gonna try to not open it up, feel that, oof, and then shift to the other side. You can lean forward a little bit. Should feel a nice opening in the back pocket there, right?
Yeah.
And open, shift. So I call this 90-90, also sort of like a cheerleading pose, right? And then
awesome
open
stretch.
up and shift. Good, and then try to drop that hip a little bit more. We're gonna go one more each way. Nice, and then last one. Open.
I can
Good.
see myself getting better at this, but it's good to have at least a modification to get you there,
Well, it's
right?
nice because when do we take the time to really open
Exactly.
up? So from here, I'm gonna have you roll down onto your back. You can place your hands down on the floor. You're gonna lift your knees up to tabletop, press your spine down. I call this scrambled eggs. So you're gonna go almost like an egg beater, right? One foot out, you kind of make a circle. Feels a little weird, but it also feels good.
Yeah.
Right?
Feels fun, like you're a kid again.
Now, what's gonna get crazy is I'm gonna have you go the other way. There's always the one side, it's like tapping your head and trying to rub your belly that you're like, wait, that didn't work out so well. Good, and then switch again. And kind of feel like if you have a pinch in your hip, right? Starts to loosen up. One more, switching directions. And then I'm gonna have you take a figure four. So cross one foot over, doesn't matter which one. And then we're gonna roll your hips up slightly, flex your heels. How's that stretch? Yep, and then you're gonna switch, do the other side. And you kind of get that roll of the hips. So again, your belly is engaged. And roll up. Roll up, let's go, four more. And 3, 2, one more. Good, and then go ahead, just wrap your knees tight to your chest, arms wrap around, and give yourself a little rock side to side. Okay, so now we're gonna continue to warm up the core, right? So I want you to start rocking forwards and backwards. Massage out your spine. Think about keeping your heels close to your glutes. And then we're gonna rock up a little higher. Good, nice. See how Anna has her hands down on the floor, giving herself a little bit of a base. 3 more. Rachel, how you doing?
Quiet.
Quietly breathing
I'm
too.
quietly breathing. It's hard. but this
Good.
is
One
good.
more. You're gonna come all the way up. Plant your feet. So, option, you can put your hands underneath your thighs, and you're gonna C-curve roll yourself down. So from here, think tailbone tucks, spine starts rolling, belly button rolls in, slowly, slowly, down, just hover the shoulder blades, and then tuck your chin round, slowly up. So you have this grip if you need it, right? However, if you want it a little bit more advanced, do it without the assistance. Slowly roll through. Try to keep the tension out of your neck. And up.
I kind of walk up and down my thighs because it
Totally
really helps me. Go
Whatever
slower.
helps you, that's all we want, right? We all work at different levels. Good. 2 more. Slowly roll on the way down. And 1 more. You're gonna go to your halfway point here. So we're gonna roll halfway down, find your point. Might be a little lower, squeeze your glutes, tuck your tailbone, and you're gonna go little pulses. Shh, shh. Good, so this is an option for you, right? You can kind of get your biceps involved and assist your abs a bit.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, breathe, 6, are you breathing?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
4, 3, 2, roll all the way down. Bring one knee into your chest, shoot your other leg out. Now think nose to knee, and then we're gonna switch, nose to knee. Good, if you need to take a moment in between to modify, rest your head, then lift up. You can rest your head, then crunch up. If you're good, then try to keep yourself up in the crunch the whole time. Good, feel the lengthening in the bottom leg, stretch, and pulling that knee in for the top leg.
Ooh, baby.
Good, here we go. You have 10.
Silent killers all over the place right now.
Right, just a little bit of core work for some long, lean muscles here. Great, 6. And 4. Shh. 2 more, and finish out your last one. Great, go ahead and rock yourself on up, and we're gonna flip, so now we're gonna be in a push-up position. So similar to what we just did, driving the knee in, we're gonna do with a push-up. Modify on the knees and then join us in the plank. Rachel, we're gonna be here starting in a push-up, shift forward, lower down. Then you're gonna pull the nose and knee together as one. Return, push up, exhale on the up, and then switch. So what I would love to see here is when you're driving the knee in, then you're almost rounding the upper back a little bit so the belly really gets an engagement. Anna, that looks
just
great.
that little lift is everything. It just adds that little extra.
Good, you look great. I'm gonna join you here. Let's go 2 more. And then make sure you even your sides. 1 more. And then we're gonna grab, if you choose to take it up a notch, one of your dumbbells here. So we're gonna lower down to a forearm plank. Open up your feet a little bit wider. Make sure that hip is tucked because it's gonna wanna raise. Anna's taking the modification on her knees. So we're gonna go tricep kickback. So because the weights, if you're using them, are lighter, I really want you to focus on the extension. Anna's creating her own resistance, doing more of a pulse, but obviously flexing the back of the arm there.
And the abs are on fire.
Good, yep.
Yeah, they are.
Just really feel the obliques. Go 5. And 4. 3. 2. Now, if you can, we're gonna fold the arm right in and transition to a side plank. Modify, you're gonna drop down to the bottom knee. Good. If you have the weight, we're gonna lift up and then you're gonna rotate underneath. So Anna, that's perfect. Just use the arm for the rotation. Up and pivot the toes.
Definitely feeling in the obliques.
Good, good, I love it.
Oh,
here we go.
Shoulders,
4 more.
glutes.
Perfect, 3. I've got great news. You're gonna lay on your side after this.
Oh yeah.
Yep, 2. 1 more. And then go ahead and lay yourself all the way down. So you can choose. She's like, what? Down? I'm good. You can lay all the way flat if that's comfortable for you. I like to prop myself up a bit. So we're gonna stack the hips. Bottom leg is bent, perfect. Again, you wanna add a little bit. You can bring this weight, engage your belly, and we're gonna lift and lower right there. So smaller movements.
Okay.
Good. And then whether or not you have a weight, I want you to think, how much resistance can I work through, right?
Right.
Flex the heel. Good, we're gonna hold it up in 3, 2, and hold it up right there. Turn your toe down a bit, and just little pulses.
Honestly, just using your arm to push against the leg is like 3 to 5 pounds, I feel.
We should talk about our feelings right about now. Yep, keep pulsing. 3, 2, you probably wanna drop your leg, try not to. Hold it. Circles backwards, small. Think about your heel is the one that's drawing it. Yep. You know when you start making those sounds, you're like, ah, this is great. Good. What I love about this is you don't need a lot of space.
Yeah.
You can do it anywhere. On the carpet, watching TV. Good, hold it, and 1 more pulse. 10, 9, breathing, 8, 7, 6, 5, good, 4, 3, 2,
Happy
and 1, nice. We're not quite done though. So I want you to get back onto your hands and knees. Hands directly under your shoulders. Core super tight, so the leg we are just working, I want you to bring that to the outside of your mat and think that your mat is your goal. So we're gonna go up and to the other side. What I don't want you to do is thinking you have to get your legs so high that you start arching your back. So more controlled, not as high, squeezing the glute. Good, how's this feel?
So good. It's
I was
crazy
hoping
how
that'd be your answer.
these moves are, really the slower, the better, because it makes it more difficult to control it.
Right, because you're not using momentum, right?
Right.
We're controlling the muscle. Everything is working together. The core is our solid base here. Shh. Good, let's go 5. Nice, and 4. Good. 3. Perfect. 2. And 1. Take a child's pose.
baby.
Let's sit into that hip. Feels good, right?
Love
You're still
it.
with me? Loving it. And then just switch to the other side. Whew. Yep.
Oh, God, it feels good.
I know, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Good, okay, so now I want you to grab your weights if you are gonna use them, and we're gonna start in a kneeling position. If you don't have weights, you're again creating your own resistance. So sit back onto your heels, and as you come up, you're gonna squeeze your glutes, and you're gonna raise your arms. Good, sit back, nice, and lift. Drop back. Great, relax your shoulders. We don't want any more tension in the neck, right? We did all that stuff in the beginning to loosen up. Nice. So every
now,
time.
quads, as you go up, you
I
have
was
to
hoping you'd
really
notice the quads,
slow
right?
down.
Good, but again, we're focused on the lean and the tone. 3 more. We're gonna stay up on the 3rd. 2. Stay up on this one. And if you have your weights, bring them to your shoulders, and we're just gonna go parallel press. So Anna, again, I want you to think like you have to create the resistance through mud. Tuck and squeeze. Neck is long. You guys are looking good.
A lot of times people also need to focus on how to drop the shoulders as they raise the arms.
Right.
So if you don't have weight, you really focus on dropping your shoulders and not hunching,
Exactly.
you know?
Let's go 4 more. And 3, 2, 1 more. Great, let's take a moment, have some water before we do the other side.
Whew.
How are we feeling so far?
So good. Everything
so
is
strong.
warm and burning.
Well, then cheers to that.
I love it.
All right, so if you're gonna use your weights, bring them over, get them ready. I'm gonna move my water too, just in case I'm thirsty. And we're gonna start with the push-ups to the knee drive. So again, take your modification if you need on your knees, and here we go. Every move is slow and controlled, so shift forward, belly tight, lower down on the inhale. Exhale, press up, drive the knee and nose together around the spine. And switch. Exhale, pull in. Perfect. So take your time with this, especially push-ups. I don't want to see bad form. I'd much rather have a modified version. And exhale, 1 more each side. Even it up. Ooh. Great, so now we're gonna come into that forearm plank. And if you are using the weight, we're gonna get that tricep kickback. If you're not, I want you to pulse that arm back, creating your own resistance. So open up your feet a little bit wider. Tuck that hip. And here we go. Squeeze. Good, perfect, Rachel.
Ooh, this one is a killer.
Yeah.
God.
Get those abs, and be really aware of your form here, because as we start feeling tired, we start taking little, what I like to say, not to the proper form, so make sure that hip is dropped. 5, 4, now remember, we're gonna try to transition without dropping unless you need to. And 1, you're gonna fold that arm in, open up side plank, modify, dropping that bottom knee, and we're gonna pivot, wrap under, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep the hips lifted. Good, very nice. And see how we're turning the toes. Yep, 3 more. Remember, there's a gift coming. You get to lay on your side. And the other gift of that burn. Good, 2. And 1 more. Great, go ahead and lay yourself down. Again, whatever is most comfortable for you. Bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight. Tap the hip forward. If you want that little extra resistance, grab your weight. All right, here we go. So lift and lower, small movement. Controlled. Good. Yep, Anna's pressing down with her hand.
Yeah, and it is awesome resistance.
There you
I never realized just how much it would feel.
So again, just another point that you don't have to have a gym, you don't have to have weights. You can create your own here. Perfect. Let's go 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Remember, we're gonna hold it up. Turn that toe down a little bit more and little pulses. Yep, breathing.
No big deal.
This is where you hope you're watching like TV or you have a good jam
Right.
pumping because you got to take your mind off of it right now.
Maybe you can even scroll on your phone with the pen, maybe.
Yeah, what's your friends doing here?
Here we go, 5, 4, try not to drop it, 3, good, 2, hold it up, and we're gonna circle it back, drawing with the heel. This is the one, right? It's right there, squeeze. So small, yet so effective. Good, 5. Now I'm gonna warn you again, we have that pulse coming up. 3,
Any idea?
2, hold it up, 10 pulses up, here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. Oh, very nice. Now, we're not quite done. We're gonna get on our hands and knees. And we're gonna go for that rainbow over. So starting with the leg that we just worked, bringing it to the outside of your mat. And remember, that's gonna be your guide. So we're gonna lift, squeeze the glute, and tap without arching the spine. Hands directly under the shoulders. Good, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely feel
Oh yeah.
My whole butt is in this.
Yeah, every muscle.
all the good spots.
But this is the kind of work that builds that joint integrity. So if you are doing plyos or you're doing heavier lifting, all those small muscle groups that surround the joint are so stable.
Right, and all that hip opening work that we did just really gets this a little more focused.
Right.
Great, let's go 6. Up and over, and 5, 4, you don't need to rush it.
Even though you want to.
I know you want it to be over. 3. Great, get that child's pose coming up in 2. Woo!
Yeah.
And 1 more, up. The one that counts. Good, and then go ahead and I want you to sit into that hip. Breathe. Not so bad, not so bad.
You feel that all the way through the low back too, which is
Right,
awesome.
and then go ahead and just take it to the other side. Deep breath. And I'm gonna have you stand on up. No weights needed here. You can put your hands on your hips though, and we're gonna go alternating forward lunges. So don't take the biggest step forward because I don't want you to strain, but I want you to press off your front heel. So we're gonna drop down, 90-90, and press up. Drop down, 90-90, great. Feeling good back there, Anna?
Oh yeah.
Good, so be aware that you're not shifting forward. You wanna keep even weight between the 2 legs. Good, kind of loosening everything up that we just worked there, right?
Yeah.
Great, 3 more. 2, and your last one. Great, and let's open up to the front here. Turn your toes out slightly, just slightly. Don't become a prima ballerina here. Feet a little bit wider than hip width, and we're gonna drop down, tuck your tailbone, abs tight, and we're just gonna sit here and pulse.
Oh yeah.
Great. Neck is long, shoulders are down, relaxed. Let all the burn happen right here. Good, let's go 10. Breathe, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo!
Oh.
Shake out those legs.
Burner.
Let's go ahead and lay on your back. If you want your weights, grab them. Deep breath, we're at the end here. So we're gonna work a little bit of the upper body and the core again. So from here, if you have your weights, bring them up. If not, still bring them up. You're gonna extend your legs straight. When I took that exhale, I really pushed my spine into the mat. You're gonna inhale, open up your arms, lower your legs. Don't let your back arch. Exhale, scoop around. Lift your shoulder blades if you can. Everything comes back up, head rests. Inhale, open. Exhale, wrap around. Repeat. Inhale. Good. See how Anna's taking her modification with bent knees, not going as low with the range of motion. Inhale. Exhale, round. And we're gonna do one more. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze nice and tight. Let's take a moment to reset. You're gonna lift up your back arm and we're gonna hold it strong. So that's gonna be your counterbalance. Anna, you're gonna keep your knees at tabletop. And Rachel, we are gonna try to extend the legs out to the level that you can handle. From there, we're gonna go single arm chest fly. Your head is rested.
Ooh, gravity.
Yeah.
I know, just that mere
Gravity
act
for
of
the
trying to
win.
keep your low back down is a challenge.
Yeah, we don't want to arch, right? So no space between. If you do feel that, lift your legs a little higher or take that bend in the knee.
Yep.
2 more. 1 more, and we're gonna reset again. Pull the knees in. If at any point you have to reset before we do, I always want people to take that option instead of getting themselves into a tricky area of bad form.
Right.
So bring your arms strong. If you're gonna shoot your legs out, do so. Make sure your back stays flat, and here we go. Opposite arm, chest fly. Keeping your back pressed down. Might feel a little more fatigue on this one.
Yeah.
How
Yep,
did you know?
because I'm with you. I'm doing it as well, right? I'm here for you. We got this as a team. Go 4 more. Press that spine down. 3, 2, 1 more, and reset. We have one more thing if you are gonna use your weights. One final deal. Knees pulled in, bring them up to tabletop, shoot your arms straight up, and then move them slightly back so they're more in line with your earlobes. And we're gonna go skull crusher as you go darting your legs out in a bicycle. So Anna, no weight, but you can still create
Right.
the resistance, the opposition, the spine in, belly in. Getting long with those legs and still keeping the control. Right, 6 more.
I really like this move.
Same.
5,
Didn't know.
good, 4,
Woo!
you got this, 3, and 2. The last one is the one that I always live for. It's the one that counts. And then go ahead, if you have your weights, put them to the side. Pull your knees back in. And like we started from the beginning, I want you to go 1 leg out, 1 knee into your chest. Breathe, relax your shoulders, and switch. And switch. So your core should be really worked. Your body should feel long, lean. It should be feeling open.
Check, check, check.
Check, check.
Check it off the box.
Good. Let's go 4, and we're gonna finish with a traditional Pilates move. Good. 1 more each side. And right here, take a moment. We're gonna extend the arms and the legs. Anna, if you wanna take a modification, you can 100% take your hands underneath your lower back if that feels good.
Yep.
You can keep your knees bent at tabletop. Rachel, we're gonna shoot those arms forward, lift our chest up, shoulders up, shoot your legs out, palms down. And here you go, pump your arms. And make big exhales. Energy into your fingertips, back press down. This is where you wish you weren't good at math. You'd be like, I think we're at 100. Good, maybe you can lower your legs a little bit more. How's that heat?
It's a very intense burn.
Training.
Inhale and exhale 2 more times. Inhale, great, I hear that great breath back there. And last one. And pull your knees in,
Oh,
rest
wow.
your head.
Woo-wee.
Wow, guys, great job.
That was awesome.
I'm gonna have you roll back up. We're gonna get back into that 90-90 position, that cheerleading pose. And then I want you to stretch that arm up and over. Lengthen through. Breathe. And then go ahead, take your back leg, cross it over. Sit tall, wrap your arm around, pull the knee in towards your chest as you give yourself a twist. Yep, the glutes, that back pocket I always like to refer to.
Yeah.
Feels a great stretch here in the piriformis. And go ahead and untwist from here. We'll do the other side. Sit tall, and then we're gonna reach up and over. And then go ahead, cross this leg
That side's
over.
so much tighter.
I was gonna say that side for me is so much better.
Really?
And sit tall, and pull the knee in, give yourself a twist. And deep breath. You guys, great job. I hope you feel
Feels so
long
good.
and lean. And we'll see you again next time.